Hey Jess, it's Friday. So I was thinking about this whole hero thing, or more about this what is it we can offer type of thing. And I feel like we're actually onto something. Unfortunately, with Vlogtimber happening, I just can't wrap my head around it yet. But I feel like we are both looking for opportunities to do good. And I think it's one of those situations where we can't see the forest for the trees, because honestly, the opportunities are everywhere. It's just a matter of vetting them and figuring out which ones are right for us. There are charities out there that are effective, efficient, and focused. And then there are groups that just aren't. I want to support a legitimate group that I either know or I have a firm understanding about what it is that they do. And that's what I like about Kiva, is that I have a firm understanding about their mission and how it is that they do what they do. And then there are questions like, do we volunteer or do we give money? And if we give money, is it tax deductible? You and I might be at a point where we can look to ask some of these questions. I just can't yet. Just 7 days left. You know, a challenge isn't a challenge unless it's difficult. And trust me, I'm being challenged. Hopefully we can discuss more about what we can do to help in the future. In regards to your story about helping the lady with the groceries, I actually do have a Boy Scout story, something that happened to me about 7 or 8 years ago once when I was jogging through a neighborhood and I came to a very busy intersection. One of those intersections where there's about 4 lanes going in every direction, and then there's also turn lanes. And I wasn't planning on crossing the street. I was actually going to keep jogging and just make a turn. But I saw that there was an elderly lady at the corner, and she looked a little unsteady. And I couldn't tell if it was her age or if she was intimidated by the traffic, but she looked a little confused. And I honestly don't remember if she asked me for help or if I just offered, but I slowly walked her all the way across the street. And she was very thankful and very appreciative. And you know, I just said, yeah, no problem, of course. And it was a situation that I couldn't have created. I just happened upon someone who needed help. And I remember turning around to go back across the street and continue jogging when there was a guy who was waiting at the light there in his car, and he just gave me this thumbs up, you know, like one of those, you did good, kid. So I told my wife about it later on that day, but it wasn't something that you go bragging about or telling everyone about. It was just about being in the right place at the right time and having the opportunity to help someone who needed it. And that's what I want to come out of this whole charity talk. I want it to be organic and come from an honest place and not looking for credit, just looking for an opportunity. And I think that if we sit with this for a little bit, then I think we can find something that can really be cool. And once we narrow down some ideas, there might even be some viewers who would look to participate, whether it's in giving or volunteering or whatever. So it looks like we have a lot to talk about offline, but I think that you are heading to New York either next week or maybe even the week after for your husband's birthday, I think. By the way, for those of you who don't know, my wife and Jess's husband share the same birthday, October 3rd, and my son and Jess share the same birthday on April 6th, so we're synergistically tied. Either way, Jess, if you're out of town next week or the week after, I'm sure, without fail, I'll see you on Monday.